Round two. Playing first. That's a keep. Vampires. So we can do the crew or the lookout. The crew sets us up for what? This potentially can deal more damage. We're gonna go crew, actually. Pretty much every creature in our deck is a pirate, so I like kind of getting this little engine that could going as early as possible. See, the difference is we could potentially deal 2. We're dealing 2 either way, though, so I think this is actually fine. And that's... Fiery Cannonade is like the epitome of ace in the hole against a vampire deck, for the most part, I would say. So I'm very happy to have this card not only in my deck, but in my hand currently. So I personally like to play this spell and then react to the trigger, although I admit you can totally screw that up. But hoping we get a 2-3. We'll see if we do. I mean, I guess I'm happy to get a land off the top of my deck, too. What does the Sailor of Means do? It untaps our Lightning Rig crew. I'm not in love with drawing Sailor of Means, but I guess it's more ping we can do with Lightning Rig crew. Certainly better than a land. Alright. Gets us to our 7 drops. I don't see why not. So I do have the dive down, which seems good here. If I need to block, because it'll stop a vampire's zeal. Pious Interdiction, there it is, baby. Never has dive down looked better. You don't gain life. I still can attack and block. Guess I could have done this post-combat. Wait, did I forget to use Lightning Rig Crew? No, I didn't. I gained a life. I was like, I forgot to use it. No, they were at 21. I did not forget. Maybe they'll try and mark the vampire. Sanctum Seeker. Alright, I guess we could use the cannonade here. I mean, I kind of want to hold off longer, but they're going to be hitting us for 3, and they get to gain 1. I think we're going for it. So we do actually want to play land here in case we draw our 7 drop. Alright, so now unfortunately we have to chill with the lookout. So, just basically got flooded. Nothing we can do about that. Unavoidable, my friends. We were seriously some good draws away from just crushing here, though. We would have just wrecked face if we'd had good draws. Just dominated this game. Had all the opportunities in the world, too, but that's alright. Nothing to be done about flood. Actively a part of Magic the Gathering, so we have to accept it. So our opponent straight up has 8 spells in their hand, and we have 0. That does not bode well. I would say that bodes exceptionally bad for us. So we have the Arsonist, which means we could attack with the Sailor of Means. But then they could double block. We kill a Vampire token. Could make them sack something. I don't want to trade a Sailor of Means for a Vampire token. I can also attack with Lightning Rig Crew. I know that seems a bit ridiculous, but they can't kill it, and then I can make them at least sack a Vampire token and untap my crew. I think that actually is reasonable. We forego a damage, but I would rather forego a damage and get my Arsonist raid to generation here, so that seems fine. I would choose make my opponent sack a permanent over make my opponent. And I mean, this is good anyway, because now it's 1 less life we're going to lose to the vampire, and 1 less life they'll gain. 2 less life they'll gain, actually. Okay. It's interesting they chose that one instead of the Conquistador. Oh, I guess because then I could just block with the crew. That does actually make sense. Do I want to take 5 here? Arsonist is too important at the moment. So I think I'm going to take 5 this turn. My opponent says, I watch all your vids. Sometimes I can be a little critical in the comments. Alright. This is interesting. Contract killing. It's a weird choice, though, for the contract killing. Why that one instead of the Arsonist? So, pretty obvious block here. Do feel like we probably die next turn to the... We need to draw an Unfriendly Fire, because that Sanctum Seeker is just going to end us pretty soon here. Leaving 3 mana up is strange too, because we know they have a Conquistador in hand. So I don't know what's going on with that. Well, I think we need our lookout back. I mean, I want to make them... Sacking a permanent doesn't matter. They can just get rid of a treasure anyway. So why don't we... I guess we can do it... Well, we don't want to do it as a surprise. I mean, I kind of want to do it as a surprise, but the reason to not do it as a surprise is because I think it's more important to us to get the card now. We need to deal with this Sanctum Seeker. Alright. Leave it on top. And that way we know not to play these lands. Definitely trading those off. So this Rowdy Crew could generate some good card advantage for us. We'll see what happens. We get to draw 3, discard 2. So we're netting a card, but we're losing 2 randomly. But potentially getting a 5/5. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's something we're going to have to do. At least that's not a vampire. Jeez. So hopefully we like draw an Unfriendly Fire and don't discard it. We'll find out. So what do we discard? So we discarded a Pirates. Oh man. That didn't work out so well. Yeah, if we'd kept the Pirates and gotten a 5/5, that would have been nasty. But randomness got us there. Man, getting a 5/5 would have been... I mean, that was a night and... That was like the game there. Night and day difference of what we needed. Would have been able to not attack with their Conquistador. We would have had a 5/5. We would have had a Pirates. That random destroyed us. Man, we've lost so much card advantage to Legion Conquistador. That's sad. We've probably lost... Let's see, we got hit once for 4 or 5. I think we've lost 12 life to Sanctum Seeker, just sitting here twiddling our thumbs. So they're like 2 vampires away from just being able to just kill us from attacks. It's pretty brutal. Well, at least that's not a vampire. We can't even attack with Air Elemental or we die. I think we actually just die next turn if they all out attack. Because we lose 2 life, we'll go to 2. We have 3 blockers, and they have 4 2-power or higher creatures. So we've got to draw something here. I mean, this does keep us alive technically, but we cannot attack. Well, I guess that's probably okay for us. I mean, they're doing it presumably, yeah, to just draw some extra cards, which I guess is okay. We still don't die to a removal spell either, which is nice. But we don't have any life gain in our deck, is that right? I don't think we do. I wish we did. Maybe we do. I don't think we do, though. Not in red and blue. Interesting. We may have to actually attack here, yeah. Bright Reprisal. Bummer. So now, what do we have to do? I think we just have to, like, chump everything? Likely die? I think we actually just die, right? Yeah. So, this game was a big bummer. We got destroyed. Didn't do anything. Did a bunch of nothing and then got destroyed. We were on the defensive the whole time and did nothing. Bummer. Yeah, so I can, like, chump and then... or block and then chump to not die, and then there. I guess I could draw like River's Rebuke, buy myself 1 turn, and yeah, buy myself 1 turn and give my opponent information I don't want them to have. So my best case scenario is not looking so good. I'm almost happier I didn't draw. I mean, I guess I'll do this anyway, but we just die next turn unless I draw Unfriendly Fire right now. And I couldn't draw Unfriendly Fire. Alright. So they have a bunch of removal. Dive Down looks good, though. Siren's Ruse is going to be good against the contract killings and stuff, too. Dual Shot. What does that deal with? Deals with a vampire token. Not much else, though. And our best card is probably Fiery Cannonade, hoping that kills something. But, yeah. Let's just run it back. Alright. Game 2. What do we got here? Yeah, I guess. Need more lands, but we're running 17. Unfortunate that we have all of our 5 and 6 drops in here. I mean, I think we actually only have, what, 4 5 drops? I guess we have 5 5 drops. So we have 3 of 5 5 drops. This hand could spell trouble, but I don't think that we mulligan something like this. Basically, we want to draw 1 land, and then, well, there's a nice sequence of cards we want to draw here. We're definitely going to need that land next turn. That's essential. Oh, bummer. Classic Flood into Screw. Oh, magic! You get me every time. Alright, let's do the Lookout. I kind of want the land here. Yeah, no problem. I'll take it. I will take it. Okay. Hmm. Probably have to play Fiery Cannonade next turn. Sad to see us not get as much value as I'd like, but I mean, I could have done it there. I guess I'm hoping he plays another one. Or a Ruthless Knave, which is unfortunately a pirate. Alright, we'll do it. I smell a pious interdiction coming here. I want another land so I can protect my air elemental from the multiple contract killings. I mean, they have 2 pious interdiction, 2 contract killings, so they've got a great removal suite. And I didn't attack with the Firebrand there because if they have the answer for Arsonist, I want to be able to block the Knave. We are still currently behind a bit on the race. Well, that's interesting. Guess I'm going to block here, because if they're attacking a 3-2 into a 4-4, then something's got to be going on. And I'm willing to make that trade. That doesn't seem terrible to me. But yeah, I don't want to lose my Arsonist to some, I don't know, some weird combat trick that I haven't quite put my finger on what it is yet. So a land here would be ideal. That actually is fine, although I don't want to... Alright. I maybe needed to play the Rowdy Crew first, honestly. We'll see what we discard. So what did I lose? Right, River's Rebuke. So I lost the strongest card in my deck? That's not good. That's alright. We'll play the land. We still have our dive down, so that's good. And now we can play our air elemental and protect it too, which is nice. Alright. No. At least dive down's looking good. I like that. Maybe I want to play Spell Pierce? Is that too greedy? They have 2 4-drop removals, 2 5-drop removals, and 1 mana to make them pay 2 extra. That could mean the difference. Really could. I'm not just saying that. Let's see here. So if I play Lannery, I can't play Air Elemental because I won't get enough things. So perhaps here we just attack with these 2. Keep the lookout back for vampire shenanigans. Maybe they just take 7 and we kill them. That would be ideal. I'd like that. Nope. Okay, so maybe they're going to try like a Skullduggery. Which works for me. I guess we'll just unfriendly fire the pumped vampire. So that way They don't gain 2 life. They don't kill my dude. We have a trampler. We got our 4/4. Still got a grip full of goodies. We had to use an unfriendly fire, but that's okay. All right. So, I mean, we know what's good. We know what's bad. Dual shot could come in. I still don't think it's good enough. I mean, we know they have the Queen's Commission thing, so 1 mana to deal with that is actually kind of nice. I just don't know if it's good enough. I don't actually think we need the Spell Pierce. Between a Dive Down and a Siren's Ruse, we have the protection. We have good protection against their 4 and 5 mana removals. Which makes me think we don't need the additional one. And I think we're not going to do dual shot. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy we've managed to see Fiery Cannonade all 3 games. That is some luck. Despite the flood in game 1 and the worrisome, the worry of the screw in game 2, that thankfully worked out, we have managed to see our probably most important spell in the deck in all 3 games. And we get to go look out into Looter here, which is quite good. Oh, we got to punish this. We must punish. Must punish the land fail. Alright. Obviously I wanted him to be a 2/3, but hey. I am not going to complain about drawing an extra card. Alright, them not having a flyer is also good. That means we can at least loot, which is super important here. Because we can start getting through this tangle of lands. And Pious Interdiction does really not enough here, especially now that we have Siren's Ruse. So I guess we'll ditch a mountain. And then next turn we can go Sailor of Means, and we got our Siren's Ruse for Pious Interdiction. Just spicy. Just spicy. Uh-oh. Looks like they're going to take care of that Fiery Cannonade. Actually, Fiery Cannonade doesn't even deal with Rootless Knave, so that doesn't matter. They'll probably do the River's Rebuke, I'm guessing. I mean, that's our most... Now River's Rebuke would be the card I would take, but seeing River's Rebuke and Fiery Cannonade in our hand cannot make them happy. Because, I mean, this deals with the vast majority of their creatures, and this, I mean, obviously is just insane. That's actually pretty interesting. That is pretty interesting that they did that one. So I may just use Siren's Ruse on my Siren Lookout. I actually don't know why I wouldn't. Just additional value. Possibly even... Although, no, I guess we do want to... It seems to me way more valuable as a protection spell. We know our opponent's got 4 primo removal spells, so I think it makes way more sense to just chill. I mean, we're just looting like crazy here. Yeah, we'll ditch the land. We don't need it. Next turn we can go Pirates and still leave up the Ruse. Okay, so the Bloodletter kind of puts a stop to our Lookout, but it's not a huge deal. Dive Down. That's cool. Yeah, that's actually really good. So we can attack with our Looter, Dive Down, and still play Prosperous Pirates. And get to loot. What's the weakest? The Sailor of Means. So, I mean, we can go Sailor of Means. 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 We can go Sailor Yeah, when we loot, currently, unless we get a land, we ditch the sailor means. I guess we'll see what we get. So we ditch the land. We're digging. We're digging. Okay. So we can smash with our looter and our prosperous pirates. They could double block our prosperous pirates. I'd probably trade it for a bloodletter though. Or, I mean, alternatively I can just Rivers Rebuke them now. I don't know if that's... I mean, actually, that's pretty good because they only have 3 resources. They'd have to end up like discarding, and we get in for what, 5, 6, 9 damage? It's honestly pretty good. And then we can loot, move the land away. Alternatively, I can wait till next turn. And what are they going to do? Double block the looter? They're not going to do that. Or if they are, I'm pretty happy to take that. I'm trying to think, do I just want to get in for 9 and bounce both those things right now? Because that is pretty strong. I'd probably just do it. I mean, it's got to be good. I don't know how that's bad. Plus we get to loot. We get in for a bunch of damage. We get to loot. They are resource starved. They have a bunch of cards in hand, which means they're going to have to discard. We didn't play a land, but it's only because we want to keep it as loot fodder here. We've already looted like 3 lands away. They have 10 cards in hand. No board presence. So they have to discard 2, which has got to be insanely brutal. Pretty fortunate of us to, in game 3, see our rebuke, see our cannonade. They're resource starved. Like, everything had to come together in this perfect storm of ways for us to be doing this well. Yeah, so what's our opponent at? Whatever. Let's just get in here. I don't think we need to play the sailor, just in case. I don't know what they could have, honestly. I have no idea what they could have. We've looted so many lands away this game, it's crazy. Okay. Maybe I did want to play the sailor, it means. Captain Lannery Storm. Alright. If we can prevent them from gaining life, can we kill them? Not sure. Let's play the Lannery. The Lannery, that is. Get our hastiness on. Smash with everything. See how they block. Because we also have a Siren's Ruse, so we can keep them off lifelink if we need to. And hey, if that equates to lethal, we will. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we just ruse the blocked lifelink creature. And then they take 4 and die. GG's. We were pretty fortunate there. They had to get, like I said, resource starved. We had our River's Rebuke. We had our 2 strongest cards that game. We had our Fiery Cannonade. We had our River's Rebuke. And our opponent was resource starved. Like, that was the perfect storm of things happening for that to pan out the way that it did. They had the double Pious interdiction. They had, interesting, they were playing March of the Drowned, actually. I guess, let me think about why that would be good. They have some pretty good stuff like Paladin. They've got the rare vampire. But yeah, happy to get the victory there. Dive Down, looking real good. Really happy with this card too. Plays really well main deck. All right.